All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Wednesday. As you guys know, we get together, we talk about data sets in business, entrepreneurship, biohacking, and finance. We do this secretly because we delete these messages automatically every 24 hours. So if you're new here, well, you've been missing out on some serious game. But today I want to talk about how you manage teams. We've been talking about teams lately, and we've been kind of following the series of building out your organization. And the main emphasis today that I want to make about teams is this concept of compatibility. So as you build your organization and as you start hiring people, I spend about six figures in salaries every single month just with Capital Club. So I have some sort of framework reference as to what works with teams and what doesn't. Most people, when they start building organizations, they look for compatibility when it comes to, hey, do we get along? Right? Or, hey, do we have similarities? Like, is our goal the same? But that's just not necessarily enough. Imagine you've gone through several partnerships. Maybe some of you guys listening have. Have you ever encountered that partner that you thought was going to be a good fix because a good fit because you guys had good chemistry in real life? Like, hey, you guys did stuff together, had a good laugh. But then when it came to business, just things weren't moving forward. That oftentimes comes with you are compatible at a personal level, but not at a business level. And it's the same thing with employees. Most people measure for what? They measure for your ability to have emotional intelligence or your ability to interact with your coworkers and your EQ. But who's actually out here measuring employees by performance, right? And that's what matters is the output. Because when you're interacting with employees, you need to understand that when you're paying them a salary, what you're doing is you're investing into them, right? So every piece of experience, every job that they're taking on isn't just things that you need to do. Hopefully you are giving your team things to do that are going to grow them. So these individuals, you're investing into them. So you need to perceive it as an investment, right? So when you perceive this idea of investing into your people as kind of time capital, energy capital that goes into this person getting better because they are getting better with experience, then you need to ensure that you're getting the upside, right? And the upside extends beyond just paying a salary and getting an output of work. There needs to be a developmental process there. But you need to be able to shoot for high achievers. And what I've come to realize is there's this glorification of big teams, but big teams don't necessarily mean big bucks or output. Sometimes, in fact, many times it bogs you down. So lean modular teams that have multi-functions, pay people better and hire less has often kind of been one of those formulas for success where you have a lower churn rate because people are content and therefore performing. And we hire high tier talent. So it's better to hire one top tier media buyer than hire six average ones or one copywriter as opposed to three average ones using chat GPT, right? So when you're hiring, you need to be hiring for output. And when you're building teams, you need to be building teams for output, not just for emotional compatibility and likability. And do they have the ability to collaborate together? It extends beyond collaboration. It's about output, right? What is it that these people are bringing to the table if I'm investing capital and expecting a return, right? And when I started treating things this way, treating the business like a business and not treating it like a nonprofit daycare of cultural relevance for adults, I began to see a lot of success and people found more meaning in their job and in their work because they actually felt like it was contributing towards something, right? That their productivity was actually paying off. Usually low output and low performance has nothing to do with the employee. Many times it has to do with the leadership. And if a leader has no ability to bring the best out of people, then they're probably not a good leader. And most people shift the blame from, leading and to employee output when, yeah, of course there's bad employees, but there's also bad management. And if you're going to run an organization, then you need to assume that everything is your responsibility and that you have the ability to solve and mitigate any sort of problem that comes your way, even employee output. So strive for that, achieve that, and I think it'll help you focus on opening up what I like to call mind space, which is what you need as an executive, which is what you need as a product owner or company owner. You need mind space to be able to solve problems of the future, be able to unwind any convoluted bottlenecks that may be taking place in your business. and be able to work towards making your business cash flow positive, which is the reason you're in business, is to make money. But that's where your focus needs to be, not just on putting out fires. So you need to build out a team of winners, pay people more, hire less, make sure that your systems are refined, make sure that you're hiring people that can tell you how to output better in certain departments. You don't have to be the best at what you do. And finally, make sure that you're hiring people for compatibility and for an output in their efforts, not just for creating a cultural hub of personalities to come together and work on little projects. So if you're serious about the bag, that's how I think you should be conducting yourself. That, my friends, is the Dataset Capital Club opening very, very soon. Look forward to sharing your details with you guys. Oh, and by the way, be on the lookout. I have a very interesting email coming your guys' way later today.